Hi, I'm Mike Peterson from Brown Harris Stevens. The Hamptons runs on relationships, and over the years, I've built a network of top-tier professionals who operate at the highest level. Mic Hamptons is your access point to that world, the people, the insights, and the opportunities behind it all. Hi, this is Mike Peterson. I wanted to welcome you to another episode of the Mic Hamptons podcast, powered by HNG, the Hamptons Networking Group. We are at Hamptons Networking Group, approximately 30 folks. We meet every week to help promote each other, support each other. It varies from plumbers to electricians, architect, CAD design, and even an Allstate agent. So I want to welcome Nick Labella on board today. Welcome, Nick.
Thank you.
And so you are you own the Labella Agency in Hampton Bays on 27.
That's correct. Yeah, with Allstate, you have ownership in your business. We have a tremendous amount of resources in the insurance industry, and I've been doing it for over 25 years.
Well, okay.
The office has actually been there for over 40 years.
Oh, wow.
And I bought, the agent had retired. I bought it from the agent that retired, and it's been going great. And it's a real pleasure to be part of the Hampton Bays community.
Yeah. So going back now, so you are a Long Island boy. Where were you born and raised?
I was born at St. Charles Hospital in Port Jefferson, and I grew up in a town called Shoreham Wading River, and we had a great childhood. Met a lot of great friends, a lot of great families. One of the reasons why I got into this business was because of my childhood and how much I enjoy my relationships with my friends and the local community. So yeah, that's correct.
Okay, well, works for me. You just had one kid so far?
Yeah, I have a 10-month-old, Nicholas Joseph Labella IV, and my wife is pregnant. She's half baked at this point, and she's due October 1st.
All right, great. Love to hear that. Good stuff. Mine are. You've met my son. Mine are. I'm at the far end of that whole spectrum right now.
Yeah.
Enjoy the process. It's a lot of fun, and it gets better and better every year. So I guess I'm going to start off and ask you what drew you to the business, and as far as making this a focus of life, and now I'm impressed that you own your own agency at such a young age.
Yeah, it's a unique story to my own. I met an Allstate agent. Actually, I met the son of an Allstate agent, and his father, when I met him, had a great family. He was a family man, and he had money in his pocket. And when I met him and I saw how he treated his sons and his family, I said, that's what I want for my future.
Right.
And that's how it all began. When it got introduced to me, I was probably 20 years old. I was still in college, and I had two opportunities: one to potentially open up an Allstate agency, and one to be like a project manager at this contracting firm. So I told you about meeting the Allstate agent. So I went all in on that. Very green, kept my head down, and just focused on it. Had no doubt that I was going to be an Allstate agent until one time, when I was very close to getting that contract, they said to me, do you still want to be an Allstate agent? I was like, of course I want to be an Allstate agent. I got licensed. I got all my property and casualty licenses, my financial licenses. I had my college degree. So I got the contract, and I was able to start my agency. So I incorporated in 2003, Nicholas J. Labella, Inc. And that's really where the journey started. And it's defined me as a person, the business, because I've been able to work with many different businesses and many different families, and be more of an advisor. And that has really defined me and my life. And I can look forward to my future working with HNG and the people of the community
course.
That's why the group is so special to me.
So before we sat down, we were kind of talking a little bit about that, but I wanted to just, I know that in the group, so many people have helped each other out. I think our plumber Brian has had business from every single person in the group has either used them personally or referred business to them. I think, I know that you and I have been working together on a number of things. Maybe you could give a couple of examples to our audience about just, whether it's Jason the electrician or whoever, like things that have crossed paths with you.
Yeah. One that comes to mind is Dennis, the roofer. I have clients that need to get new roofs to get insurance policies, or they do a spot inspection, or they just reach out to me. I'm part of the community. I've referred Dennis, the roofer, to fix a roof. Another big one is Andre, the restoration company. I've been in the business for over 25 years, so to be able to work with a local restoration owned by a local person that has their own family part of the Long Island community is a big deal to me, and I'll get into that a little more. Referrals from you, Mike, for helping the new homeowners with real estate. The local mechanics, we refer business to the local mechanics all the time. Yeah. The local personal injury protection lawyer in the group, Maggie Bob.
She's great.
Being able, I had someone yesterday pop in. They got injured at the Riverhead Circle due to a car accident, and I was able to refer Maggie Bob.
Awesome. I like the aspect of the group that we all support each other and push business towards each other as best as we can. It's more than just pushing business. To be a part of this group, you have to show up. You take a pledge. You're going to be, honor the prices that you quote. I very much appreciate that we hold each other to a certain standard. So that's my little, plug for HNG.
Yeah, I love that. I'm a risk management specialist, so risk is always on top of my mind. To have relationships with talented contractors, real estate agents, mortgage bankers, it's important.
Yeah, absolutely. You touched on it before, but I was wondering if you could get a little deeper into where you sit in Hampton Bays on the main drag. I think I've been to your offices. Can you talk a little bit about your community outreach, how you correspond with the community?
Yeah, I'm a business owner in the local area. So I'm an insurance agent, but I'm also a business owner in the local area. So I pay rent to have my office in the local area. I use the local oil company to heat my office. On top of that, I donate to the local elementary school, anybody that comes in looking for some sort of donation to support their program that they're sponsoring, whether it's the local Rotary or other organizations, the local fire department, the local emergency place, the local police department. So we're always donating to them because those are our local communities. Those are the people that help the people in local communities. So that's how I do my part.
Right. Okay. Stands to reason. And you touched a second ago, just this is not scripted. I'm just trying to think in terms of different things you brought up. Talk about risk management. This made me think about just getting a little deeper dive. Obviously, I sell homes. Everybody that buys a home is required to have homeowners insurance. That's logical extension. If you have cars or multiple cars, keep it at your house. Okay, that's a logical extension. Now, I know that you're multifaceted. You're a Swiss Army knife of solutions. Could you maybe enlighten this crowd as to, how comprehensive your services are?
I love that question. And I just sent over an application this morning. for a homeowner's policy. And it was unique homeowners that the person bought the house for $800,000 and he completely gutted it and put $200,000 into it, making the house, round numbers, worth $1 million to replace it. So I wrote an insurance policy that also had a builder's risk endorsement on it, where he could do all the work in the house. He still has a homeowner's insurance policy. When the work's done in the house, we take off the endorsement and he still gets his homeowner's insurance policy. So it's a seamless process where he's completely covered, where we make another endorsement after all the work is done to properly insure his house. So that really helps people in the Hamptons who are buying a fixer-upper, fixing her upper, and then maybe selling it or living in the house.
But I think I'd like to know more. I think you offer life insurance policies.
Yeah, there are more. There's more to it. So when you talk about life insurance policies and you think about home ownership, you can't help but think about mortgage protection, right? Sure, we're going to protect your home, but there's a couple things that homeowners insurance doesn't cover, like flood insurance, or the case that maybe you or your partner pass away unexpectedly, leaving one another with all this debt. So what we could do is we could write a flood insurance policy for you. We could also write a life insurance policy or death benefit for you and your partner to protect your debt. God forbid one of you should pass away early. You have a life insurance policy to cover that debt. So your family doesn't have to move out of the area where you live, change zip codes, sell your home, go to a different school district.
Got it. It's funny, going back to the flood side of it. This was a remarkably challenging winter, especially in the Hamptons. I sat with 2 feet of snow in my front yard forever. There are the Hamptons is unique in that a lot of people have weekend houses or summer houses. They're not here all the time. And it was cold, and it was cold for a long period of time. And I know the restoration folks out here are still playing catch up. It's been, I'm sure tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars of damage on the east end of Long Island this year. And it was a unique year. It was one-off, but I mean, the issues happen. But I love that you liaise so closely with Andre in our group, and Andre's out there. Then Andre will come in and he'll deal with an absolute disaster, and then figure out, okay, I need these different subs. So he brings in our plumber, our electrician, everybody else that that you're working with as well.
Yes, I have a unique opportunity in the HNG group as an Allstate agent. Like I said, the Allstate office has been there for over 40 years. I'm not the first Allstate agent that has ran or owned that agency. I'm probably the 4th person. So you're talking about generations of insuring families in the Hamptons area. So when they have claims, I've been able to coordinate with the HNG members like Andre, who runs a restoration company. And look, these insureds want to know, or am I working with a local person? So there's a saying that when you start making other people money, that's a real true sign of success. So me as an individual, I would never be able to pay them. But my resources with these insurance companies, with Allstate, I'm able to coordinate with these other professionals, and then they could coordinate with the electrician, the contractor. So that's been a true privilege for me.
So one of the things I wanted to ask you about is also, again, you guys are like, I always think of you as like a Swiss Army knife. So maybe you could just elaborate on some other services that you provide. I know that you work really closely with our auto guy, Joe. But if and I've got my my auto insurance with Allstate. Is there what other? It's auto. It's life insurance. It's businesses. Please let people know what you got.
Sure. We try to tailor our services towards everybody, towards what's going on in their lives. And we know that budget is a challenge for everybody. So we try to tailor our products based on what they're going through, what their dreams are, what their challenges are. It just happens to be that property is raising, right? And inflation happens. The price of property has gone up. So we want to tailor solutions to people to better protect their cars, better protect their property, better protect their houses. These are big investments, better protect their family. And we're able to insure more than ever. We have a bunch of services, a bunch of options for our customers that we're not turning anyone down for insurance. We have tailored solutions for people. Regarding auto insurance, our auto insurance guidelines have really opened up lately. So we've been able to bring on more people. We're growing. I have 4 licensed salespeople in my office. We have a bilingual salesperson there, and they love working for Allstate. They love working for the local community, and servicing the local community. So specifically, it's auto, home, business, and life insurance. We're right there on Montauk Highway, in Hampton Bays.
I remember last year, it seems to have died down a bit now, but last year there was a number of insurance providers were kind of backing away from the Hamptons. And it was really frustrating because prices were going up and choices seemed to be going down. And I appreciate your consistency in that. Has anything changed there? Have you seen any?
Yeah, I kind of break it up. I break it up into what I call a hard insurance market versus a soft insurance market.
Okay.
A hard insurance market is where they're risk off. They're not taking on any more risk.
Yeah.
Where a soft insurance market is more like they're growing. They're taking on more risk. What happened in the industry is the large companies that you see in TV, the Allstates and the State Farms of the world, they insured so many things, and the property value of homes went up higher and higher. So you can't just have one carrier that's insuring, auto, home, and business. So what Allstate did, which was absolutely genius, is they coordinate with other carriers. So they'll partner with the best in the business, the best companies that insure homes on the water.
Okay.
Right.
So you're almost like so you'll shop for the best policies, basically.
Yeah, we do. We shop for the best
I'm
policy.
not stuck with just Allstate.
Right. We have options. Yeah, you can't just be one company and insure everything anymore. So we partnered with companies like underwriting syndicates like Burns and Wilcox, or who specialize in insuring high value homes in the water. They have up to a $25 million binding authority. But it's nice to give them options because either they have home insurance and their prices are raising, and what they're hearing is that you have no other options, right? That's big, right? You have Chubb and you're paying $60,000 a year, and they're saying you have no other options. We have options for you, and it's something that we'll work through with you to explain.
So that just made me think. If I buy a home and you shop for the best policy possible, and maybe that organization, Burns Wilcox, is external to, but you have an affiliation with them, can I still wrap that into my umbrella policy with Allstate?
You could still wrap it into your umbrella policy with Allstate. So all these companies that I'm talking about, they have specific contracts with me and with Allstate. So it's not that I am independent, I'm going somewhere outside of my organization. They're the contracts with Allstate, and those contracts are the contracts that I have. So you could wrap it all together. It's all underneath one agent, my agency, and we're able to insure everything from the home to the auto to the flood to the life insurance, all under one roof. I'm a financial advisor. I have a financial advisor in the office that's housed in the office. But to answer your question, yeah, it's all wrapped in one. There's only one number that you call, and it's our office, and it's all included in the whole umbrella.
Nice. Got it. Stands to reason. So Nick, I want to thank you for coming in today. Really greatly appreciate your time. I always learn a lot from you. It's as we all do every single week, and you stand up and give your update on all things Allstate and you. but I think more importantly, the audience wants to know where they can reach you.
Yeah. I'm Nick Labella. You could reach me at the Nick Labella Agency with Allstate at 17 West Montauk Highway, Hampton Bays, New York, 11946. The best contact number for me is 631-728-2900.
There you have it. So thank you for tuning into another episode of the Mic Hamptons podcast. This is where we meet to introduce you to folks that can handle all your services, and this all again powered by the HNG Group. And a special thank you to Flying Point Media for hosting us every week. So if you ever need anything in the Hamptons, keep in mind, I know a guy. Till next week. See you. Hey, this is Michael. Thanks for listening to Mic Hamptons, powered by the Hamptons Networking Group, where the right people make the right things happen. If you're planning anything in the Hamptons, buying, selling, building, hosting, or investing, don't do it alone. Tap into our network of vetted, top-tier service providers who get things done at the highest level. And if real estate is part of your plan, I bring deep knowledge, strong network, and a track record of getting deals done the right way. Reach out anytime. We'll see you on the next one. You can call, text, or DM me right now, or visit my website to get connected. I work with a tight network, and the best deals go to the people who move first. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you on the next deal. Keep making moves.